You're listening to Puma Podcast.
So let me start with this. A year ago, most Filipinos were not talking about tennis. And then suddenly, we were. And that is because of Alexandra Alex Eala. Alex didn't just pop out of nowhere. She trained for years at the Rafa Nadal Tennis Academy in Spain, built discipline, patience, and a really deep respect for the sport. She made history when she won the US Open Juniors and then came that Miami Open run. The moment when a lot of Filipinos went, wait, tennis? And with that came excitement, pride, new fans, first time viewers, and yes, a bit of chaos. Because tennis has rules that aren't always obvious. It has silences, it has traditions, and then suddenly a very loud, very passionate fan base entered the chat. This episode isn't about telling people to behave. It's about learning, it's about context, it's about what happens when Filipinos show up in spaces that are new to us, with all our energy intact. I'm joined today by Isa, a learning and development professional based in Australia, whose post about tennis etiquette sparked a conversation that needed to happen, not from a place of shaming, but from wanting people to enjoy the sport and respect it. While some spectators felt that cheering and hyping Alex Ayala during her match against Alicia Parks at the Australian Open was acceptable, some viewed the behavior as disrespectful, disruptive, and out of step with tennis etiquette. A number of Pinoy tennis enthusiasts went as far as publicly apologizing on social media for their compatriots' conduct, describing the incident as nakakahiya, a source of collective embarrassment. To help educate fellow Filipinos, Isa posted guidelines on her Instagram, sharing how fans can show support to tennis players in appropriate ways. I'm Bubbles. This is Thought Bubbles on Teka Teka, powered by Puma Podcast. Hi, Isa. Welcome to Thought Bubbles.
Hi, Bubbles. Thanks for having me.
So yeah, we wanted to talk to you, Isa, because you've posted something on your Instagram account a couple of days ago regarding people being new in to tennis, no? That's why we wanted to have you over because we are going to talk about Philippine tennis, Alex Ayala, and the whole um, explosion of tennis in the mindset of Filipinos at the moment. So, can you just give us a little bit of your background? What are you doing in Australia?
Sure. I came here on a partner visa. So my
Mhm.
partner's Australian. We've lived here for 5 years, and we just last year got our Australian citizenship.
Ah, wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks so much. And so yeah, when I moved here, I'm a learning and development professional. So
Okay.
when I moved there, that was also my role. I was head of training for a fintech company, and during the pandemic, I wanted to also create something. Since
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm with L&D, and I've been also teaching or training about Australian culture and geography. So I also wanted to share that to a broader audience on social media. And
Okay.
but I wasn't consistent with that, and only
Uh-huh.
recently that I started, going back and creating content. And then, of course, Alex was at the Australian Open, and I wanted to watch her, and um, I had a lot of videos and content
Mm-mm.
on that one. And then, of course, I watched her match, and
Uh-huh.
there was just a lot of conversations around that one.
Around
So
it.
and
Yeah.
again, as an L&D professional, I wanted to create something for our kababayans, I guess.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, but I just want to make sure, and I just wanted to say that I'm not a tennis expert, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call myself like a massive tennis fan.
So,
But of
okay.
course, yeah. But of course, we are all in awe of Alex. Like, of course, she has put tennis on the map for Filipinos, and also like for me. Okay, when I just wanted to say this, like when I feel that someone is like uh, a kind person, I always say that, oh, this person seems like a decent human being, and that's what I feel like when I see Alex. I feel like she's a decent human being, and that's why I'm also in awe of her. And at the same time, like she's very eloquent. She's very articulate at such a young age.
right.
Like yeah, like wow, oh my gosh. Like I would say na parang of course, like I am bolder than her, but like mas ano pa siya,
She's very articulate, diba?
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
to use. Yes,
Then she
exactly.
sounds so smart. She's very calm. Like she always knows what to say. So that's why I'm also rooting for her because, like, wow, I'm just really amazed, of amazed about everything about her, basically. But yeah, again, she's done a lot, especially for tennis, and that's really worth worth celebrating and just putting it out there for everyone.
That's right. And also, I think just pointing it out there, the post that you have posted on Instagram, like an instructional, it's very LND, nga, it's very learning and development because it's instructional, it's 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 firm, but it's not condescending. Alam mo yun? That's what got to me eh. Na parang when I saw it shared on threads, sabi ko, okay to, I want to talk to this person that posted it. So, having said that, we will probably borrow your content to share with the Teka Teka audience. But
Yes.
when you did that, is it when you did the post, is it because of what you've seen and experienced when you watched Alex's match at the Australian Open?
Before I answer that, Bubbles, yes, by all means, please share it. And I like that you said that it didn't seem like condescending. So I really wanted to try and balance that. Like I didn't want to come off as being an expert or an analyst or whatever, and I just wanted to make sure also that it's as concise as it can get. Like and I tried to simplify it for for us, for our kababayans again, no. So yeah, I want to say thank you for saying that it didn't seem like that.
I was thinking if the reason why you created that parang FAQ type of thing for people who are new to tennis is because you've seen firsthand what happened during Alex's match, right? You were there, you watched it, you saw the lines, you saw the rowdiness, quote unquote, and how Filipinos were cheering on Alex. Not naman I don't think it was on purpose to distract Alicia, her
Definitely.
opponent. Pero ganun yung lumabas eh, ganun yung nangyari. So was that a take from that experience?
Yes, for sure. So of course, most of the crowd were Filipino fans, and yan mapapansin mo talagang you will notice the energy. Of course, it's Alex. It's her. She's at the Australian Open. There's a lot of Filipinos there. So and we are so loud and proud of her, diba? And during the match, like one side would start chanting, and then once they're done, the other side naman would respond with their own chant, and sometimes those chants happened, during times when well, for me, when they shouldn't be happening. There were also moments where a lot of like in the audience, they were cheering whenever Alicia, sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing
Alicia Parks,
right.
yes.
Yeah, Alicia would double fault. Is that the correct term for it? So it just felt, and I guess it's not only me, but it felt off I guess, because like, why would we like with other matches, right? They would, when someone would double fault, they would just clap. But then during that match, like you could hear people, there were a few claps, but you could hear some like shouting like "Go Alex," or there would chants would start. Yeah, there was even someone who said like "deserve," like what I.
Oh my gosh.
It's really, yeah, it got really inappropriate. So but yeah, like, I mean, I totally get what you're saying. Like, it's not because they want to distract Alicia. It's real, and it's not. We're not cheering because of that, and there's bad intention. It's really just because we're just really loud and proud of Alex being there, and we're just super
We wanted
excited.
to hype up Alex kasi.
Yes,
Yun yung intention.
yes, exactly. And we're just super excited because, like, again, it's very new for us. And also, again, it's a new sport, so we just wanted to really enjoy it, I guess. But of course, for a lot of tennis fans, they want to enjoy it, but then again, they're like, but wait, there's some, I guess, there's some etiquette, or there's some rules to follow, and for them, maybe it felt that people were being rowdy.
Yeah, oo. And hindi lang kasi mga foreigners yung mga nagpuna nun. I mean, it wasn't just foreigners who were critical about it. There were a lot of fellow Filipinos as well who were very critical. And the reason why I wanted to say na hindi condescending yung post mo is because I felt na, okay, I learned something. I will take note of this. And when I do get to see Alex or any Filipino tennis player in a live match, very, very soon, I will conduct myself accordingly. I guess that's what I felt. Kumbaga, I didn't feel na parang, grabe naman to, parang hinihiya pa ako, ganon. Kasi, nagkaroon na ng point wherein, like, in platforms like Twitter or X, Instagram, in the YouTube comments ng WTA, maraming naiinis or maraming naglabas ng sama ng loob towards our fellow Filipinos. And I guess I understand. I understand naman totally where they are coming from. Pero siguro, kasi meron pang, I am sorry in behalf of my people. Ano mo yun? May mga ganun pa eh. Parang, guys, this is the very first time that somebody who looks like us, who is actually Filipino like us, is in the center stage of one of the biggest tennis tournaments in the world. So again, hindi naman natin sinasadya siguro ma-over excite and maging enthusiastic. And there was one who commented pa that says, it's okay to be enthusiastic and overly excited for Alex, pero 5 beses na kayo sinaway nung umpire, hindi pa rin kayo tumitigil. Alam mo yun yung nagiging comment nila. And I guess, just going back to what you said earlier, that this is new for us. Yeah. This is new for us. So, when Alex started winning at last year's Miami Open, because that's when it all started, yung parang yung rise niya to fame. That was when tennis became from a niche sport to a national conversation. What can you say about that? I mean, did you expect na it would happen in our lifetimes na makikita natin Alex competing with the likes of Iga, diba? Si Williams, diba? Yeah. So, what can you say about that transition to tennis being a niche sport to an actual conversation na, hey, pwede tayo manood nito. We can actually be spectators of this.
That was a moment talaga that was the moment for tennis, and of course for Alex, no? And as I've said, like, I'm not a massive tennis fan, and like I haven't watched tennis in a long time. I mean, I used to watch it when I was younger because my dad, he plays tennis, and like he's a very big fan of tennis.
Is he excited seeing Alex now?
Yeah, he is, and I'm actually hoping he can come here next year to watch the Australian Open. Like, I am really hoping that I can bring him here because there are so many events during this time. And I'm sorry to go off tangent. But during the summer, kasi there are so many events, and I'm hoping that you can come as well too. But anyway, yeah. So I haven't been like following tennis.
Yeah.
But
Religiously.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I watch from time to time, but not not really following it. And of course, whenever
Right.
I heard Alex, I heard about her from the news, na talaga. So with what made her run at the Miami Open, it's not just because of her winning. It was the story, and like you said, nga, no, she didn't just defeat anyone. They were
Not
Grand
second players.
yes, mga Grand Slam
Yes.
champions, and back to back to back yun, di ba? So we were like, oh my gosh. So there was momentum, and of course, definitely there was a lot of hype. So then that's where we all started like, wait, what's happening? Who is this person? Let's go root for her. And it of course became a shared moment because syempre sabay-sabay tayo na, oy, sino to? Supportahan natin.
Right.
Yeah, so of course people who probably never watched tennis ever.
Tennis in their lives.
Correct, right? They were suddenly hooked. They were glued. And they want to know more about Alex and probably, of course, know more about the sport.
Right.
So, yeah, like again, her Miami run was, for me, it felt like an underdog story. That we're watching in real time.
It's a very Cinderella moment.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, so I think that opened and again, put tennis on the map for us. And I just hope, of course, that with that, with the attention to it gives more attention to our, our local sports programs. Because of course we know naman na, there's I'm sure there's a lot of talent. We just need
Definitely.
we just need to provide the opportunity and support for that talent.
And siguro we also need to speak about like the growing pains that are inevitable when like new fans such as ourselves enter a sport like tennis. Because tennis is not like a team sport, it's an individual sport. Nagiging medyo team sport lang siya pag doubles na. Pero the etiquette and the crowd awareness are part of the game, or the
Yes,
matches
agree.
themselves, no? So what are the things that we need to watch out for as new tennis fans? Yung bang dapat sila ba ang mag-a-adjust tayo? Ano bang mangyayari dyan?
Okay. There's just, I think, a few things that I want to share first, if that's okay. So, like, we know, well, tennis has been around since 1800s, right? And it's well, at least for me, it's rooted in tradition and
Right.
respect. So there's like I don't know how to call it, but like a rhythm to watching a match, right? Like knowing when to cheer, when to stay quiet. Also, yeah, exactly. But also allowing both players a venue to perform or to play. So when there are new fans, of course, naturally there's going to be a learning curve for sure.
Right.
But I also want to share na it's not just the Filipino fans who are getting a lot of flack or have smart conversations about etiquette.
Right.
Yeah. So like here at the Australian Open 2026, I'm seeing a lot of longtime fans questioning why the event seems like it's more of an influencer event than the traditional tennis that they're used to.
Right.
So these influencers or new audiences are engaging with the sport. So there's there's a lot of conversation around
Mm-mm.
etiquette, and of course, again, with passion and or just enthusiasm or excitement being there, right?
Yeah.
It could
Yep.
clash with tennis's what I said about tennis's tradition.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and I just also wanted to share um like with there's this Australian player that I've been watching because his matches are so exciting.
Mm-mm.
Um and of course, being from Australia,
Right.
he has a very big crowd. Pretty much, I mean, he his matches are in the bigger arenas, but like, of course, it will draw in a lot of Australians. But
Mm-mm.
you can see the difference. Like Australians would cheer,
Uh-huh.
but they would still applaud the opponent or his opponent after a good
Ah.
rally. And
Yeah.
then if there are double faults, they would just politely clap.
Clap.
They will not
Right.
like chant for
Uh-uh.
for the
Or
Australia.
boo.
Yeah,
Or
so
boo with the
I don't know for
opponents.
me,
Yeah.
yeah, or anything. There was no, I didn't hear naman any booing during
Mm-mm.
Alex's match with Alicia, no. But again, like you can really see the contrast or the difference
Mm-mm.
between watching an Aussie play, and he has so many fans at a
Mm-mm.
bigger arena versus Alex's match. So and that's why I created that tennis guide, and I
Mm-mm.
really wanted to make it as simple as possible for people to understand, and again, not sound
Right.
condescending or not sound that I'm an expert. And I just created,
Preachy. Oo.
yeah, nothing like that. And I just really
Uh-uh.
wanted to create it so that everyone could enjoy the match
Yes.
without
Yes.
any judgment, and again, just maybe without distracting anyone, and making sure that we are showing respect for both players,
Yeah.
or the staff
Yes.
or the crew or the umpire or whoever, and even the audience, no.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like people are saying, the sport should adapt or should adjust to
Uh-uh.
the audience.
To the times.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, but like I said, like again, it's tennis is rooted in history and respect and
Uh-uh.
tradition. So it's not. I mean, yes, for sure. There can be conversations about it, but
Mm-mm.
um, for me, again, and I put this in my comments on my post. Let's
Mm-mm.
educate, not hate.
Yep. Yes.
Um,
Or
yeah.
shame.
So
Don't shame.
yeah, don't shame. Like, why do we
Uh-uh.
have to do those things? Let's just,
Uh-uh.
if we feel that it's not right, then let's just tell them how they
Uh-uh.
can do it better.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think it's good that we are, of course, supporting Alex. And we are very passionate about her and what she's doing. But of
Mm-mm.
course, it will work better. That's for me, but it will work
Yes.
better if it's with paired with awareness,
Mm-mm.
and just so again we can all enjoy it and
Mm.
give respect to each other.
All right. So last night, Alex had her first match and she won. And again, as expected, walang ticket, ubusan, and punong-puno ng mga tao ang Rizal Memorial. So, with the Philippine Women's Open now underway, what does showing up as informed, respectful supporters look like in real time for Filipino fans?
Okay, and again, this is just for me, so I hope I don't
Mm-mm.
get any
Mm-mm.
flack or hate, no. But
Uh-uh.
for me, if you want to support Alex, I feel like that means we need to support tennis as a whole,
The sport as
the
well.
sport
Yeah.
itself. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
so that includes understanding the game, again respecting
Mm-mm.
the players, and
Mm-mm.
appreciating good tennis on both sides
Right.
of the net, no. So like again, if the opponent does something really well, like we should also be applauding that, right? So
Right. Right.
applauding their either side, the good points of either side, and
Uh-uh.
also cheering for great rallies.
Yes.
So
Yes.
again, we everyone gets to enjoy the match. So I think if we want the sport to grow, it cannot just be for Alex. I
Mm-mm.
For me,
Mm-mm.
and that comes again with being informed and respectful, as Alex as fans and as fans of tennis, so that
Right. Right.
we can create a culture where
Yeah.
other athletes can also grow and thrive, and the competitions are taken seriously, and we're not just there for the hype,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and again, for tennis to have like a that kind of future, that we're
Right.
hoping for, especially for the Philippines, for it to really grow, and again
Mm-mm.
for it to, or us, to help nurture other talents.
Yeah. Siguro dapat the Philippine Sports Commission should start having mga local tennis matches, for
Yes,
the
agree.
Filipino players here para masanay tayo. Kasi syempre kung si Alex lang iintayin natin, 'di ba? It
Yeah.
sayang naman. I mean, if there are other really really great players who deserve equal opportunity to be seen and to be watched and supported, why not, right? So I guess
Yes,
that's
yes.
when we learn. That's when we learn also as fans, right?
Yes, definitely. Like even here, for example, there are a lot of course, it's very different from the Philippines, no? But there are a lot of tennis courts, and
Mm-mm.
then like the parents would get their kids into a tennis program.
Right.
Um, I mean, and I feel like a lot of them are also from the local government too. So like
Ah.
maybe it doesn't have to be the PSC, or of course we want the PSC to do something, but at the same time, even I feel like local governments could do something about
The LGUs,
not just
ano?
yeah, 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 exactly. So maybe not just tennis, but like any young individual, any young Filipino who
Mm-mm.
wants to learn a sport and thrive at it, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, so it can only work if all of us, or a lot of, there's a lot of support, providing that opportunity. But I agree with you, like it would be very exciting to see,
Mm-mm.
local matches,
Yeah,
young
definitely.
young Filipinos already competing, and then of course, syempre, whoever wins, they could also join like SEA Games and other international events. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
part of
yeah.
something. So yeah, definitely agree with you, and I look forward to that.
Uh-uh.
That's even from here, like, I'm sure even if I am unable to watch those tournaments, like my dad would probably be telling me about them.
About them, yeah. Well, yeah, that's really great. So, yeah, thank you, Isa, for your time this
Thank
morning. We
you.
truly enjoyed the conversation. I hope we continue on this particular conversation in other platforms and in other places as well. Thank you very, very much. We will make sure that we direct people to your Instagram account to see that post that you did, because I think it's a very, very, very informative post. People should really read through it if they're starting to, watch tennis on their own.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bubbles. And I just want to say that, like, thank you for this opportunity to be able to share my thoughts and my experience. But at the same
Mm-mm.
time, like, this is good that we are opening up, that conversation around tennis and its
Mm-mm.
growth in the Philippines, and about etiquette, and just having that conversation, not debate, like
Yeah.
just a good conversation about it, and how we can improve the sport, the programs
Mm-mm.
at the Philippines, and again how we can improve as fans. So thank you for this
Of
opportunity. It
course.
was really good chatting with you. I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Conversations like these remind us that sports aren't just about losing or winning. They're about community, learning, and shared experiences. Alex Ayala's rise didn't just introduce a new tennis star. It introduced many Filipinos to a sport they're still learning to love, understand, and navigate. And that's okay. Growth always comes with adjustment. What matters is that we choose curiosity over judgment and education over embarrassment. Thank you so much to Isa for sharing her experience, her perspective, and for approaching this conversation with clarity and care. If you want to read her post on tennis etiquette, we'll leave the link in the episode description. This doesn't end here. In our next episode, we will continue this discussion, this time through the lens of lived experience inside the stadium, crowd dynamics, and the bigger cultural shifts happening in tennis right now. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow Teka Teka on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also find us on Facebook, X, and on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram and Threads at Bubbles Magpayo or on TikTok at Bruha23. That's BREWHUH23. Lastly, if you're watching the matches, whether in the stands or from home, may we all keep learning the game between the lines and beyond the baseline. Until the next Thought Bubbles!